Listen up, Cluckheads.
You're listening to Whiskey and Whine
with Rooster and
the Madman, where we talk about common sense, current events,
the Constitution, and
morals, while comparing drinks of yesteryear to drinks of today.
So sit back, relax, leave us a comment.
Here comes Whiskey and Whine.
Fix it. I'm trying. It just keeps going limp. Maybe I can get some of those Overlord blue pills for the middle-aged man.
Red card.
How are you red carding him if it's a fact?
Wow. Yellow card. All right, Cluckheads, we're recording.
All right. Welcome back, Cluckheads.
You know who we are. You know what we do. The current events and common sense.
Constitution.
And morals.
It's me.
Yeah. This segment brought to you by the little blue pill for the middle-aged man.
Wow.
So, there was a semi-truck that spilled over in North Texas, and a bunch of the criminals went up there and stole a bunch of the pills, thinking they were Xanax. Turned out they were Viagra. So now the Denton County Police are looking for hardened criminals.
Wow.
All right.
I'm going to yellow.
You are welcome.
I'm only going to yellow that one since you didn't actually say anything, but you implied it.
Yeah. Implication.
Well, I try to be very erect in my stature and the way that I come across to people, especially how I come across to people.
Ha. Yeah. Do I need to yellow card you again?
Yeah, very, very hard personality there.
Sometimes
you're not helping, Rooster.
Sometimes my personality is a little hard to accept, and sometimes my personality is just out there.
Maybe we should just keep moving on here.
My personality is just
in no way sponsored by any form of medication.
My personality is just out there, so at that point, the ball is in your court, whether or not you're gonna, take it for what it's worth.
This is going downhill fast.
Something went down.
Yeah.
Let's get this show on the road.
All right.
That's what the little blue pill's for.
Jeez. I can't even
this
with you two.
This is going to keep getting worse. All right.
Well, this is one of our special episodes.
Yeah, this is
this is episode 66.
66, every 11th episode.
Every 11th episode, we review the previous 10, and this is the Tournament of Fermentation.
No politics.
And no alcohol.
No. But we're going to talk about alcohol.
This sucks.
Nah, it's all right. It gives our liver a break for a week. So it's good. And not everybody drinks alcohol.
Well, the thing is that we do sacrifice our liver and kidneys for the betterment of other people.
Yeah, not everybody drinks alcohol, so this is for those guys.
Yeah.
And not everybody likes politics, so this is also for those non-drinking people who don't like to talk about politics or common sense.
That they just like to post memes on Facebook and Instagram.
But we love them.
My hobbies including watching paint dry and the grass grow.
I like to watch golf on TV.
I watched an invigorating chess tournament the other day.
These queens will not excite you.
You do know what we are in the middle of, don't you?
What?
It is time for the second episode and our second annual Clucktober Fest. Now, granted, the Tournament of Fermentation has happened at a very inopportune time.
Yeah, didn't happen last year.
Didn't happen last year.
During this one, but it's all right. We roll with it.
It's okay, We just cluck and go with it. So, tell you what, let's turn it over to our Fraulein de Bears with her German honky tonk bar association certifications and degrees and
We got it.
And all that business. Yeah, we got it.
We got it.
So just because it's non-alcoholic doesn't mean we're not going to do German beer. So we got
Beer.
Dos Beers.
Das Biers.
Das Beers.
Beers.
So we have Becks, non-alcoholic,
Becks is always good.
and we have St. Pauli Girl.
I do love me some
Non-alcoholic.
St. Pauli Girl.
Yeah.
Both of these, because they come from Germany, are brewed in strict accordance with the German purity law of 1516.
The German purity law.
Yes.
That's what that guy in the 30s was going off of.
No, that was a different period.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, not exactly.
That was a little different.
Oh,
It
sorry.
was way different, really. Actually, not even close.
You mean like
And that dude wasn't even German.
Wow. Anyway, so in April of 1516, the Bavarian Duke Wilhelm IV issued a beer purity law stipulating that only water, barley, and hops are allowed to be used as the key ingredients for beer.
Wilhelm?
Because people were putting dangerous and sometimes poisonous stuff in their batches to stretch the batches of beer. So in the mid 1500s, they added
That's where American pharmaceuticals got it from.
something like that. I'm not sure we should. That's going to put you on another list.
I'm already on a lot of lists, so it doesn't really matter.
So in the mid 1500s, they added bay leaves and wheat as acceptable, and then they have added since then many natural ingredients over time.
Nice.
Many natural ingredients.
Yeah. So, I can't help but notice the St. Pauli girl on this one.
She's holding like six mugs, dude.
Well, I'm thinking she's got to be the symbol for the Puritan part, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you notice how massive those mugs.
Those are some really big mugs.
Those are some huge
she's rocking
mugs
right
she's
there.
sporting around. The Becks does not have anybody on it sporting huge mugs.
So already I'm in St. Pauli.
Yeah, St. Pauli. St. Pauli's already getting my
If I could yellow card you and have it make sense based on just the expressions you guys are making right now.
What? You look at that. You look at that box.
Yeah.
You
You
look-
wouldn't
you
need
look
one of
at
those little blue pills at all.
Nice.
In fact, that'd probably cause the Overlord just go off like a bottle rocket.
Red card on that one.
How?
Red. Red.
We all know it's true.
That's
We don't know it's true.
what you guys do in the dungeon with Overlord is between you
Hey,
and the
that
Overlord.
was once, and I needed some money.
And I just wanted to see the John Kerry cut out. I was missing the taste of Steel Reserve and shame.
Nice.
Yeah.
So moving
It's
on.
pronounced Shane.
Yellow card. Overlord, my sincerest apologies. I'm trying here.
We love you, Overlord. Just not like that.
Well, except maybe on Thursdays.
Yeah.
I did give you your shoes back, so that counts. So,
Let's open them.
well, you know, we need to pour one of each so we can get a good idea.
Let's open and pour them.
Let's open and pour them.
All right.
Wait a minute, is there a high end, low end, or is there?
No,
Were they
pretty
about
level.
the same?
So you take Becks, I'll take the St. Pauli girl. Hey, man, that's not cool.
As Madman outright steals the St. Pauli Girl bottle from Rooster.
I just wanted to look at how her carrying technique was on these huge mugs.
She's lifting.
There's no reason to
correctly.
touch the mug.
Is this a scratch and sniff?
Yeah, I don't know why you're rubbing
Yellow.
the bottle like that.
Card.
All right.
Weird. It smells like seafood.
Here's the Becks.
Wow.
All right.
So you go ahead and pour. Go ahead and
Yeah, well,
pour the Becks.
Are we doing the sniff test?
We're gonna do the sniff test. I dropped the cap. I don't know where it went. I got excited.
that's how you pour.
Is that how you pour?
That's how you pour. The audience can't hear it, but I poured very well. I'm pretty much the best pourer ever.
All right. So let's see this. Let's look at the colors on these. You know, the colors look almost exactly the same.
Yeah, they're almost identical.
Yeah.
There's not enough difference to even notice.
No. So which one? So you actually, since I got the St. Pauli's, let's go ahead and start with the St. Pauli's.
Yeah, go ahead. So let's.
No, never mind. So she poured the Becks. So let's go ahead and start with the Becks. Or she opened these Becks. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the Becks. So let's do our Uncle Joe Biden, the creepy Biden sniff test. Oh, did you see that the feds are actually going after Hunter now? Because of a voicemail.
They're not really going to do anything. They're not going to do it.
So while we're smelling and tasting, Becks non-alcoholic is a light amber and boasts a full, rich, and thick with a balanced bitterness. Brewmasters actually stop the fermentation process before alcohol can form, but not before it reaches its full body potential.
So you said aroma. You said it's an amber?
Light amber.
Yeah. So I can tell you now.
So then what's her name then? If that's Amber, what's this light girl?
I'm going to go with Helga. Olga.
I don't know if there's a German version of amber.
Frau Blucher.
Frau Blucher.
Anyway.
Hey man, it is Spooktober and Clucktober.
Yeah.
So all right, so let's go ahead and
you know what? She actually kind of looks like the Terry Garr character from Young Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein.
Yeah, Frankenstein. Sorry. Yeah.
Walk this way. No, this way. So, all right, let's get our clinkage going on these Becks here, and then we will go into. Oh, it's not too bad.
It tastes better than it smells.
Yeah, it smells not pleasant.
The smell's a little skunk.
It's got a little skunk dank.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a great smell.
Not a great smell, but it tastes better than it smells, which is not something that we normally get.
Most time, better still reserve.
Most time, if it smells bad, you don't want to put your mouth on it because it's not going to taste bad.
Stop the road right there.
What? It's not going to taste good.
Just stop right there.
I mean, how many times have we smelt something and been like, "Oh, this smells awful," and then the taste is just worse. So.
Well, usually if I smell something and it doesn't smell good, I decide not to eat it, but that's on you.
Right.
I was talking about the previous 10 weeks that we've had since this is our tournament of fermentation. I don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, back over here in the innocent-minded corner. Mm-hmm. So with the tournament of fermentation, for people that haven't experienced one before, we compare the previous 10 alcohols. And then we each choose our top 3, our bottom 3, our honorable mentions. And we kind of just go through it week by week and let y'all know what we thought. So, you ready?
Yeah.
This is the first tournament of fermentation that's ever happened in Clucktoberfest.
Well, that's why we're doing the beer.
I know. Just kind
German
of
beers.
Beers.
I hate you both.
Das Beers.
Das Beers. The trick is you got to turn it right before the bubble hits.
Before the bubble hits the boat.
Yeah.
Das Boot.
Yeah.
All right. But, speaking of that, our very first one that we did, it was the Meads.
Yeah, that was the donation from 5G Farm, Texas. And speaking of 5G Farm, Texas, they're doing a pumpkin patch again this year. This is their second annual pumpkin patch.
Yeah, I saw it. I followed them on Instagram.
Great barbecue. They got a maze out there, all kinds of stuff for the kids, petting zoo. It's pretty cool out there in McKinney.
So once again, the Overlord can't go there. But,
Yellow card. Be nice to the Overlord.
I am.
He's allowed, folks. He's allowed.
I got Rooster approval.
He's allowed.
Yes, that's how this works.
No, Overlord's allowed at the place.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Sure he is.
Yes, he's allowed.
Air quotes.
Yeah, he can be there. They don't have a restraining order on him
yet. It's in a different county.
Yellow card.
I don't know about the Overlord in Collin County.
We really need a tally board for the yellow cards and red cards.
Yeah, but then
we can start that up.
Then it would be like a competition, and we'd be seeing who's going to get the most.
Like it's not already.
It's not really. It's not really a competition.
This is more like children's soccer. Where we just don't keep score, and
you at least try to keep it even. Usually,
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
So this one was the mead ones. Yeah, and it was the apricot versus their traditional.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think it was an apricot flavor, and then the traditional, and of course the traditional won that one.
Yeah,
There's
the traditional
nothing
one.
Nothing wrong with the apricot. Just
it tasted more like candy.
Yeah, mead should be
mead.
Exactly.
I didn't want to like form a rating party drinking the apricot mead.
No, you can't feel like you're gonna go a Viking and get your axe out. all that kind of stuff. So go pillaging.
Yeah.
Apricot and pillage don't necessarily go together.
Yeah, I didn't really feel, like the power of Thor behind me while sipping my apricot mead.
What's wrong, Bjorn? You're not taking advantage of the pillaging. Oh, I'm just sitting back and
I'm sitting back and drinking
my apricot mead.
apricot mead.
It's light.
It is one of Loki's favorites. But no, it wasn't bad. It just it didn't taste like what a mead really should. And and part of that is also because we were skewed from the very beginning, because the very first mead that we ever had was that Viking blood.
Yeah, nothing's ever topped that one.
Nothing has topped that one. But, although some of them were good, they didn't come anywhere near that. Yeah. But yeah, so that was the week that the traditional one, and then the next week we went to it was beer. Was it the Bavarian beers like the Blue Moon and the
It was the Hefeweizen week.
Yeah, he's one of the Duke boys, the Schneider guy.
I know you both have German in your heritage. Why these words are so rough? I don't know.
To buy a hamburger.
It's so diluted down.
The
the language barriers just gone.
It wasn't a Hefeweizen, but what was it? It was like a Bavarian beer, but it wasn't a Hefeweizen, was it?
Well, it was Blue Moon versus Devil's Backbone, so they were the wheat beers.
Gotcha.
Which is what Hefeweizen means.
Okay, well, first off, y'all don't know what Hefeweizen means. It means wheat beers.
Look at you saying Hefeweizen
the right way.
Do me a favor,
say Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. That's right up there. Like the three hardest things to say is I'm sorry, I love you, Worcestershire sauce. So, but anyway,
and Weihenstofner.
The Weihenstofner.
So that one went to Blue Moon, surprisingly.
Yeah, y'all voted for Blue Moon. I think I was the only one that voted for Devil's Backbone on that one.
That is true.
Because I was right and y'all were wrong. That was whenever I was, because we redefined that week what the definition of. You got an issue going on there with your mic.
I'm telling you, dude, this thing keeps going limp. I got to hold it like right at the shaft.
So reach around with the other hand.
I think if I just tickle it right here.
No. Put your hand there on the tip. Put that hand on the tip. Reach around with the other hand. No, reach around with the other hand and screw this in really hard right here.
Yeah, it doesn't go any harder.
You got to just grip it and screw it hard.
Twisted it as hard as it'll go.
It's you. Wow, you two are just too much.
The bearings are stripped or something in it. So.
Something stripped.
Something stripped.
So anyway, I chose the Devil's Backbone. Y'all were wrong. Y'all chose the Blue Moon. But you know what? Can't always be right.
Yeah, you can't. Which takes us to the next one, which is...
Oh, that was the margarita week. That was the margarita week.
But not real margaritas, the canned margaritas.
Yeah, there were the to-go ones. Yeah, the premixes. And that was the Cayman Jack versus the Old Smoky Ritas.
Correct.
And, for the most part, every time that we've gotten something Old Smoky, it's been really good.
Yeah. But in this instance, it lost.
It did lose. You started to say something there.
I don't think even it was so much that the Old Smoky was bad. It didn't taste like a margarita.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it failed in the being a margarita category. Yeah. So still a good drink.
Yeah, I mean, it was still good, and everything from Old Smokies that we've tasted has always been good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward for Christmas whenever we start getting over to a Cluck Christmas, and we can Clucking Christmas, baby. Yeah.
Clucking Christmas.
Clucking Christmas.
All right.
Just so you know, we did win the Christmas card.
Oh yeah, we got to get that one going again.
Just so you know,
the annual Christmas card competition going.
Yeah, we won this past year.
Yeah, you did win. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
For those that may not have caught that, from then on versus Gifted Chicken on the and versus Deep Dallas
Radio and
Locked and Loaded.
Locked and
Loaded. I think somebody backed out.
I think it was Locked and Loaded backed out, and I want to say the band Breeding Thorns or Outlaw Devils.
I think it was Breeding Thorns.
So several of us get together and submit a Christmas photo to see, and then have fans voting, and from then on collaborated with the Wicked Hen and took pictures in front of Rooster's Christmas tree in pajamas with the Wicked Hen.
Having my bride read you a Christmas story. It was the night before Christmas.
Night before Christmas, yeah.
It was pretty amazing. And I have to give him credit, but Madman actually came up with that the day after submitting the year before's Christmas photo.
Yeah, so we already had it planned out.
Couldn't handle the loss from the year before.
But that being said, so whenever it's getting closer to Christmas, I saw that Old Smoky also does an eggnog.
Ooh, I didn't think about eggnog this year.
I want us to be able to.
I'm glad two of you are excited about eggnog.
Not an eggnog guy.
Oh, no. Not at all.
It's dairy. That's why.
There's way too much dairy in that bad boy.
So what you're saying is that we're gonna have a good. We're gonna have a good time.
Cup of poison.
We may have some visitors.
What you're
for
saying
that one.
is that we're gonna have a good time, but
one of us is not gonna have a good time.
But the Wicked Hen is not.
Yeah, one of us is gonna have a crappy experience.
That's okay. You can just fart around and that. But anyway, so yeah, the Old Smoky wasn't bad. It just wasn't what we would consider a margarita.
And that takes us over to the next one, which is
I don't think we actually said Cayman Jack is the one that won that week.
Did we not say? I thought we said Cayman Jack won.
Did we? I thought we just.
Well, we said it now. Cayman Jack won.
Attention, listeners. Cayman Jack won.
There we go.
But no, you got to say it right. You got to say it like, attention, listeners. Cayman Jack won.
I did that.
No. You got to.
In a world full of margaritas,
Cayman Jack. Boy.
Cayman Jack rules victorious. Is that good enough? Is that a good enough one?
It'd be like, Sunday.
Yeah.
In the Coliseum, Old Smoky versus Cayman Jack.
Yeah.
I think we need to introduce them from that way from then on.
All right.
So Cayman Jack won.
So the next one.
Was that the stout week?
Porters.
Porter week.
What?
Porter stouts? Stout porters?
Yeah. Stout.
Yeah.
Porter week. Dark beer.
Yeah, one of them was. I'm trying to remember what we actually looked at how the correct pronunciation. It's like coitus.
Coitus,
which is the
coitus.
No,
not quite.
Sorry.
Everybody loves Colonel Angus.
I guess that's later. Sorry, I was thinking ahead.
Yellow card at you both.
I was just
because it was an accident. I'm sure.
Just don't look at it; it won't be an accident.
Nice.
So, that's the Greek River to
River Styx,
Hades, right?
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, Greek River to Hades. It was a really cool artwork on the can, if I remember that one. So that one.
It
really
had like the dude that was like standing and had like the devil's horns and the ram horns.
Yeah, it was really cool. And it was versus Breckenridge Vanilla Porter.
Yes, that's right. And the Coitus Coitus one.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the Greek one.
The Greek coitus was better.
It reigned supreme.
The rivers flowed.
I can't even with you two.
When the river flows, don't take a coitus.
I'm running out of red cards.
Exactly. Oh, sorry. I couldn't help that.
Yeah, red.
That was supposed to be a PG show.
So. There's only red for that.
Speaking of, I have a funny joke about that.
After the show.
After the show.
No, I don't even know where it's going.
Let's keep going.
Well, hold on, because we got one more. We got one more.
Then we got to take a break.
Then we have to take a break.
So the next one was the Battle of the Dark.
No, it was the dark
Mexican beers.
The dark negra cervezas. Negra cervezas.
Cervezas negras.
Cervezas negras is what that said. I can't speak Spanish, but I have a pretty good Antonio Banderas accent, so that's like 90% of it.
That's all that really matters.
Sí.
In a world full of dark Mexican lagers, it was the Negra Madero versus the Corona Familiar.
I think we're confusing genres at this point.
No.
I was just waiting for I am Puss in Boots.
That is some good leche.
So, Modelo versus Corona.
And that was one of those that was really kind of weird because both of them tasted good.
And not just regular Corona that most people drink, the Corona.
Very familiar.
Yeah. So it's in the amber bottle in case you ever,
And I really liked the Corona Familiar, but for what we were doing, the Negro Modelo actually did better in the test.
Yeah. I've always been a fan of Modelo though. So that's kind of a biased one for me. But no, it clearly won. So that takes us to our little stopping point. Now we can switch over to the St. Pauli girl.
Your stopping point.
Oh, yeah, I'm waiting. I need to save some of this stuff to go back.
It's okay. We have more.
Oh, well, then over here.
And it's non-alcoholic. So we don't really have to worry about it.
So, you can still make it back to the Roost tonight.
Yep. Cool. Sweet.
All right, so let's go over. Speaking of sweet, let's switch it up to nice little St. Pauli girl here. Let's
So they're giving it the Joe Biden sniff test and tasting.
Yeah.
This one doesn't smell as...
She smells way better than that Becks.
Yeah. She sounds like she might have washed up a little bit first.
This one's still a little on the dank side, but it's not as bad.
This Fraulein's hygiene's a little bit better, though.
It's a little bit better.
So St. Pauli non-alcoholic has a pleasant hop aroma, according to the article. A well-balanced malt flavor, crisp hop finish, and it's actually been named a gold medal winner for the American Tasting Institute Best Imported Non-Alcoholic Malt Beverage. Just to sip the beer. I figured y'all would taste while I was talking.
That actually tastes really good.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that way better.
Yeah,
that's a lot lighter.
Yeah, not to give it away, but so far I'm not just more impressed by the artwork, but the quality of the beer itself.
I love the way that it tastes more like an actual beer, but also with the fact that as I'm looking at the St. Pauli girl beer, how it like caresses my tongue as I'm drinking it. As it hits all the taste buds in just the right way.
Oh, yes. So, it's a good beer. Non-alcoholic beer itself.
I don't even know what to do with that.
I know, I can't help but look at this thing and see Terry Garr now from Young Frankenstein. Roll in the hay.
Nice.
Werewolf. There, wolf. Why do you say it like that? Oh, I don't know. I just thought that's the way you were talking.
It was such a great movie.
Yeah.
One of the very few, I think one of only two Mel Brooks movies that Mel Brooks did not make a cameo in.
No, he made a cameo.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he was the blind guy.
Was he?
Go to the Google.
All right, so Moral's going to look that up. Because I know when I read about that one, Gene Wilder actually had to talk Mel Brooks out of being in the movie.
Maybe I'm getting that one and High Anxiety mixed up.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because for some reason I thought that Mel Brooks played the blind guy.
It's possible. I mean, I could be wrong.
Or maybe that was Gene Hackman that played the blind guy.
Yes, it was Gene Hackman.
Okay, yeah. So I could very well be wrong on that then. Yeah. But anyway, so let's go ahead and keep on going. So the next week we did mojitos. Mojitos.
That was just fun to say.
Yeah, it really is.
And that was Bacardi versus
Licks.
Go ahead.
Still giggling on that one.
I can't help it.
Yeah. So,
speaking of Licks, I'm going to have some of this St. Pauli girl.
Nice.
So
they go well together.
Yeah, that one. Licks didn't lick the crap out of Bacardi on that one, so Bacardi actually was the clear winner on that one. Licks was not a bad.
Look that up. I want to know.
Was not a bad drink.
Look up what?
The Mel Brooks thing.
Was not a bad drink, but it was absolutely not in the spirit of a mojito.
It was one of those that I'm sure.
I think that was the one that we said tasted more like almost like a Sonic.
Yeah,
hard
that's exactly
it was
what
more
it was.
like a limeade than.
Yeah.
So it wasn't bad, and it's fun to make fun of.
Make fun of what?
Licks.
Licks.
Yeah. So it's fun to say. But no, Bacardi.
You know what they should do is they should market that as like a big salt block, like a mojito salt block.
Oh, there you go. That's
so then you
cool.
could go and take a lick off the salt block.
Yeah, and everybody gets COVID.
Yeah.
Communal
I don't see
Feels
anything
something like
wrong
it.
with this.
Yeah, there's
It's
no-
building communal immunity, herd immunity.
That's herd immunity
Yeah,
that way. Yeah.
that's the way. That's the way we got to do it.
And a couple cold sores to go with it.
Wow.
That's weird. What is your cold sore on the same side as my mom's? What? No.
What are you talking about?
No.
So that takes us into segueing because we're running out of jokes for mojitos. Into
No, we're not.
Vodka.
Oh yeah, that was the vanilla vodka.
Yeah,
week
vanilla vodka. So Absolute Vodka versus
the Burnett.
Burnett's, and the Burnett's was a great deal. I mean, that was a lot of booze for very little money.
That was
It was a bargain shopper right there. If
God,
Big
how much did I pay for that?
No, I picked it up. It
You
was
picked that one up.
If
Yeah.
Big Lots sold vodka, this would be the brand.
Wasn't it like $7.99 for like over a gallon and a half, or like
Yeah, it was under. I think it was under $13, and it was almost a gallon.
yeah.
It was crazy. And the funny thing was, it wasn't just one of the big jugs like you see when you buy those cheap gallons.
No, it wasn't.
It was just an oversized Listerine bottle. I've never seen
Yeah.
one that big. That's what she said.
In Young Frankenstein, Mel Brooks played Victor Frankenstein. So he played the father.
Oh, he played the father. Okay. I was wrong.
Okay.
I stand corrected. Terrible. I hate doing
It's
it
almost
wrong.
like you're standing erect while we're drinking this.
No, apparently on this one I was flaccid.
Yeah, red card. Just straight red card.
What? Oh, man. Fine.
It's almost like she got you by the balls on that one.
Would you just...
Oh,
I meant these stress balls that the Rooster
yeah, I donated
brought.
all these stress balls.
Yeah, the blue stress balls? Yeah. Those.
Yeah, they're very blue.
I mean, if you're going to have balls, they might as well be blue.
Yeah.
Right? What good are they if they're not blue?
And since you're stressed, you're gonna have to squeeze those balls.
Yeah, but not too hard.
Not too hard.
Because sometimes just, you
You don't want them
a
to
bad
bust.
graze can send you to your
Yeah.
knees.
Wow.
So moving right along.
Moving along.
So the next week was the IPAs.
Oh, what were we talking about? So Absolute Vodka was the winner on that
Oh yeah,
one.
Absolute was the winner.
And
we were actually joking around after the show that we should have put the the Burnett in the engine, and then as we were driving, it would have made wherever we were going smell good.
Yeah. I had to say, though, I was actually really surprised about the Absolute Vodka because, vodka traditionally doesn't have much of a flavor other than just alcohol.
Neither one of us are really vodka
No,
people.
but that was a really good flavor.
I think that by now, most of our listeners, they know that neither one of us are big wine people.
No.
And we didn't even do a wine this time.
Because we don't love wine.
But neither one of us are really wine people, and neither one of us are really vodka people. But that Absolute Vanilla was really good.
Yeah. And it's just hammered home that all of our top vodkas have always ended up being Swedish.
Yeah, they're not Russian. With the exception of the Grey Goose one that one time.
Yeah, but I still think
it was that artisan vodka. It was like the watermelon.
Yeah, and I
basil
still
or
think I
whatever.
like the Swedish vodkas over that Grey Goose. I know that's a weird thing.
Oh no,
'cause Grey Goose is
I'm just
really
talking about doing
expensive.
that one comparison.
Yeah, because it was that watermelon, basil,
Yeah.
whatever. But anyways,
But so far, the Swedish vodkas have actually been better than the Russians.
yes, if you guys like vodka, go Swedish.
and the Americans.
Yeah. Go the Swedish.
Go the Swedish. Hurdy-durdy-dur.
All right, so takes us.
Hurdy-durdy-dur.
Oh, now we're back to beer. So IPAs. You done? You good there, man? Good there, man.
So episode 63 was the IPAs.
IPAs and
Yeah, and that was the Hopadilla, not
Yeah,
Hopadillo.
Carbox Hopadilla.
The Carbox Hopadilla.
versus.
We got to get that Texas accent
Yeah.
in there, the Hopadilla.
It's like when you go to Amarillo.
Amarillo. You mean Amarillo?
No, Amarillo.
Oh, you're from California, aren't you?
It's Amarillo by morning.
It's not Amarillo by morning. No.
No, you can't.
No.
Get it nuts.
Amarillo by morning. Yeah.
Foreigners.
Get out of here with that garbage. Get out of
garbage.
here
What
with
is that garbage?
Yeah. So we had the Carbox, IPA, the Hopadilla versus Sierra Nevada, the hazy
little thing.
Hazy little thing. Yeah. And this was a split decision on this one. The two
No,
of
it
you
wasn't.
went with the Carbach.
Yeah, we won. We
And
chose
normally
correctly.
I prefer Carbach every time we have it on the show. But in this case, I really thought that the Sierra Nevada fit more of an IPA.
You know what, though? I would like to try to go back and do that Carbach Hopadilla with the Community Brewery IPA that they did.
All right.
Just to say, because we talked about it because we had the community Bach.
Yes.
And we actually really liked it.
And we wanted to compare that to a Shiner Bach. Yeah.
I would like to go back and do that one also with the Carbach Hopadilla.
Yeah, well, if we get in, because there's so much alcohol out there that we haven't tried yet. So far. Yeah. It's kind of like one day I was sitting and working my cubicle back when I worked in a corporate job, and a buddy of mine just pops up from his cubicle. He goes like, "Finished it." I was like, "Oh, a project? What are you over with?" He goes, "Nope, found the end of the internet."
It's time to turn around and go back.
Turns out it's 99% porn.
I've seen it all.
So in week 9, that's whenever I kind of took us back to our roots, and we did a top end versus a bottom end, and I think that we did successfully choose a bottom end whiskey.
That was a good week, though. I mean, it was the top end whiskey was really nice. Obviously, that's the winner.
The Pendleton was the winner.
Pendleton whiskey, and these were Canadian whiskeys. Yeah.
So it's without the E.
You gotta lose that E.
It's on the end, eh?
Yeah, it's because it's the E's always on the end. Yeah. And versus the Canadian Mist whiskey A.
And it definitely missed. It missed the mark.
You know what? It was a cool logo. It looked like a nice logo. Well, it looked like a nice.
Only thing I remember about it was that the bottle looked like it had the G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip. So
I forgot.
I was going to ask, wasn't that the grip? The grippable SeaWorld friendly bottle.
SeaWorld friendly bottle that was like
already
made
you're
for
meant for alcoholics when the bottle has a built-in grip for you to hold on to.
Wasn't that the week that Jizzo tried some, and he had made the comment like, you never have, you've reached rock bottom whenever you pound a bottle of this to pregame before you go in the bar.
Yes, that was a Jizzo comment.
That was a Jizzo comment.
So it's made to be gripped so you don't lose it, but just in case you do drop it, it won't break.
It is SeaWorld friendly.
Yeah, it's
so that you can have your hand on the bottle while it's in your pocket.
Yeah, still not the worst whiskey we've ever had.
No, that's still up there with McCormick's.
Yeah.
Was there one worse than McCormick's that we had?
No, McCormick's is still bottom of the.
I think it was the Montezuma tequila, right?
No, we're talking about just for whiskeys.
In whiskeys, the Scotch whiskey in McCormick's was the worst.
Yeah.
And then probably Kentucky Deluxe.
That's the one I was thinking.
Followed by Kentucky Tavern.
Get your clucking stuff right, Kentucky.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're gonna buy booze from Kentucky, it needs to say bourbon on the bottle, or don't do it, because it's not going to work.
No.
Because we did vodka out of them. We did a couple of different whiskeys, and none of them have ever been any good.
But
we've called the 800 number on that one. It just kept getting forwarded us to one voicemail to another.
That was so weird too, because we sat there and tried. We tried for like 20 minutes and we just kept getting.
You
could
hear pick up one in one IVR into one Q skill set, and then all of a sudden it would just bump to another one.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, so I don't think there's anybody on there. It probably goes to a call center in India or something.
Yeah. So many things I want to say right now, but I'm not going to. All right, so then that took us into our final week, which was the first week of the second annual Clucktober, but we did things a little different. That was a 3-way.
And we didn't pay extra for that kind of action.
Nice. Well, technically, because
we paid a little extra. But that, I will have to say, that was my first time to ever have a 3-way on air.
Nice.
Hopeful.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep the Overlord joke to myself at this point.
I'm going to yellow card myself on what I was thinking, so I'm just going to stop right there.
That's a preemptive yellow card.
Yeah. So
I'm assuming it had something to do with the Overlord.
Yeah, he tried to use a Groupon.
Wow. Yep. Yellow card.
Oh, sorry. I said I wasn't going to say it.
Besides that, it wasn't really a Groupon. It was just like the little clippings that you get in the mail.
Well, he wrote on it. Didn't really work out. But, whatever.
Yeah, it was just like a Post-it note where he's like, good for 2 other people.
E for effort, Overlord.
So any of you want to tell what those 3 were?
So, yeah.
So we had the Rar and Sons. That was the
Barrel Fest.
The Barrel Fest. Last year we did the Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
And then the one that was probably the best one that we ever had, but that was the special one at the very end. That was the Oaktoberfest. So this one wasn't either one of those. This one was the Barrel Fest.
Correct.
And then we did the Tilted Traveler. Is that right?
Yeah, Tilted Traveler out of the
Siren Rock.
Siren Rock.
Yeah, and then there was the third one.
Was 903's Marzen Oktoberfest.
903 Mars, and it was so bad that I forgot about it.
Yeah, that one I put on my anything that usually starts with 903, sadly, is
which is sad because
just keeps coming up on the tail end.
Everything that we've done by them just keeps coming up on the back end of everything.
We need to just do their traditional beer.
Yeah, because the 903 traditionals are great.
Yeah,
but the 903 specialties, they're falling short.
They're falling flat against all the other specialties.
They're falling really short.
So, but we got to give them a redemption at some point. So at some point they got to have one that's gonna make us happy.
What was that one that we tried that I almost spit out?
That could have been Squatch Tracks.
Squatch Tracks. That was it. Because we made the joke. Smells like Bigfoot's.
Yeah, that was also a donation. Another three-way a donation from 5G.
Yeah.
Of three different
so then I
ones.
lied and I didn't mean to.
One was a peanut butter. One was a chocolate.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I put that night out of my memory.
Yeah.
So I lied and I didn't mean to. This was my second three-way on air.
Ah, okay. So, really bad night on the first one.
Yeah. It's a bad night.
So
I had to be a power bottom.
So back to this one. So
Wow.
this
Yellow
again was a
card.
split decision.
No, this one wasn't
It
a
was
split
Raw and
decision,
Sons
was it?
Barrel Fest. Yeah, you guys wanted to go to the Raw and Sons Barrel Fest. I was leaning toward Tilted Traveler. I thought it was a lot.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Of the three, the two.
Neither
both
one of
were
those
really
were
good.
bad.
No, you cannot go wrong with all of them. We just kind of felt bad with 903 at the tail end there because we've had such that three-way was such a bad night. So
that being said, so before we just, the Raw and Sons won that 1 week 10 with the Barrel Fest. So what were your top three of the winners, Rooster?
all right, my top three in order, but you don't have to do an order, I guess, if you don't want to. Honestly, was Absolute vodka and that vanilla. That was so surprising that I just didn't expect it to be as good as it was. So that's going to be in my top three, followed by Pendleton. That was really good Canadian whiskey. And then I'm going to go with my old tried and true when I go eat at a place in Louisville when I always get a Modelo.
Okay. Morals, what were your top three?
So I also want to go with the Absolute Vanilla. It's actually a reblend. It's not the original Absolute Vanilla. And then I'm going to go with my second choice is the Carbach Hopadillo. Hopadilla.
We want them Hopadillas.
Hopadilla.
Yeah,
'Cause that was
chicken
really tasty. And then I'm going to regret saying this out loud because I know the road that this is going to take us down. But the Cocytus was my number one of the number ones.
Gotcha.
Oh, so you're really like Cocytus, huh?
Well, it seems like I have a.
So Cocytus really does it for you.
So out of my top three,
I can't even with you, Rooster, right now.
out of my top three, the Absolute Vanilla was in there. That was really surprising to me because I'm not a vodka person. Pendleton was in there, and then so was the Cocytus. And that actually was that was my favorite of my top three was the Cocytus. What was your top one?
Mine's going to go with the Absolute Vanilla.
Absolute. Yeah, so we were pretty close and all that, but
Yeah.
What was your okay? Now let's have some fun. What was your top bottom three?
Before we do that, let's go back to the Becks.
Yeah. I
Got to open another Becks here.
gotta open another Becks and
I got the bottle opener, or do I get my wallet out?
Got
you
it.
have to go professional. I need a Becks and a Pauli.
We're hitting them hard tonight, guys. We're throwing them back.
All right.
Got a Becks.
So,
I need a
Pauli
I need a
first.
St. Pauli's girl.
Right. Pauli first. You guys ready?
No, I need a Pauli girl. Dude. Sorry, I got excited and the other one went everywhere. I drank it too fast. It was all over my mouth and
You're just like one of those
Yellow
100
card.
genders that takes forever to get ready.
well, maybe.
Wow.
All right, so let's taste the St. Pauli.
Okay.
Tasty.
I really like that one.
To the Becks.
It does not go back well.
Now it tastes like it smells.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does not go back well. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's do these.
That's unfortunate.
Let's do the bottom three and the honorable mentions, and then let's do the Becks back to the Pauli girl.
Sounds good.
Sweet.
I don't even know what the actual name of it is. Is it just St. Paul?
It's St. Pauli.
Yeah.
St. Pauli NA.
Okay. So I'll just keep calling it St. Pauli Girl.
That's what everybody does. I think.
All right.
Rooster's all about the call girl.
So what was your? Oh my God!
You're
Confuses me
welcome.
with the Overlord.
Yeah. Pretty sure there's a song about that. So what were your top bottom three?
Top bottom threes are going to be the Sierra Nevada, the Tilted Traveler, and then the Breckenridge Vanilla Porter.
Okay. Morals, what were yours?
Mine were the Tilted Traveler, the Burnett's Vanilla Vodka, and Devil's Backbone.
So my bottom three were Tilted Traveler, the Old Smoky Rita, and then the Devil's Backbone. And my favorite of the bottom ends was the Devil's Backbone. What was your favorite of the bottom end? You didn't say.
I would say the Tilted Traveler.
Tilted Traveler. What was yours?
Mine was actually the Burnett's Vanilla.
We need to have a discussion over your taste. Okay, so I would like to say, like, as an honorable mention, it wasn't bad. It just didn't kind of like.
Ooh, do we want to go back the other way now?
No, we'll do it after this.
All right, cool. Whatever.
My name's on the show too. I can make rules.
whatever, man. Whatever. We'll do it your way.
You know what? Do you want to do it now?
No, you do it your way. Fine. Fine.
This is fine. This is
Fine.
fine.
It's fine. Everything's burning.
This
It's
is
fine.
not fine. As far as like some of the honorable mentions, my first honorable mention for the top ends would actually be the 5G mead traditional. It wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed it. It just wasn't as good as some of the other stuff that was in this tournament of fermentation, and it didn't stack up to like what that Viking blood set the bar high.
Yeah.
So as far as the honorable mentions in the top, I'd give a shout out to the traditional mead from 5G, and then the honorable mention from the bottoms, I would say the Corona Familiar. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't the Modelo, like the dark Modelo, like what we were doing that week. So, you have any honorable mentions?
I do. On the bottom end, I went with the Hazy Little Thing by Sierra Nevada.
Oh yeah.
It didn't, to me, do all the things that I thought an IPA should, but it was still really, really tasty.
Yeah, you couldn't go wrong with it. What was yours?
Let's show one more.
No, for just. Oh yeah. Sorry.
That's all right.
You get on top. Get it with your honorable mention. Get on top mentions.
So I too, for the top end honorable mention, went with the 5G mead for the same reasons. That Viking blood just wipes the floor with all meads, but the 5G is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 5G was good. So for mine, I'm going to go with the top end Bacardi. Obviously, I didn't really expect any mojito in a can to actually be
Mojito, yeah.
any good.
Mojito.
So the Bacardi one was a nice surprise. And then I'm going to go with on the bottom end, the Burnett's Vanilla Vodka. I mean, dude, it's a hell of a bargain, and it's not that bad of a vodka.
So speaking of that, if you want to help out Whiskey and Wine, you can ship some of the Burnett's Vanilla Vodka to 2648 Broadway Avenue, San Francisco, California, 94115, courtesy of Miss Pelosi.
I was wondering where you were going with that. I was
Don't
like,
send it to
whose
Mr. Pelosi, because
address?
that dude has a problem with drinking and driving. The
Whiskey
good
and Wine
news
does
is
not condone whiskey and
they
driving.
don't charge him for it.
Yeah, so that's good. But all right, so let's do this Becks back to the St. Pauli girl here.
Pretty bad.
I got my winner.
Yeah, this
It's
is
St. Pauli.
Yeah, this is pretty easy. St. Pauli.
Yeah, St. Pauli for me too.
Sorry, Becks.
So for those of you that are participating in like Sober October, or if you don't drink any type of alcohol, but you want to have a good beer taste, I would say I would go with the St. Pauli over just about any of the non-alcoholics we had.
If you're the designated
versus
driver, you're good to go.
The only one that I think that actually tasted better than this one was the Hefestewassersten.
The Weihenstoffner.
No, not it's got a specific name. I just can't think of the name of the company. Weihenstoffen.
Yes, no, I agree. But like I said, if you're a designated driver for your crew that night,
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the St. Pauli.
get the St. Pauli.
So,
Be in good shape.
but sorry, I'm hitting puberty for a second. All right, no,
I thought you were going to say something was particular on the inside.
no. Well, I will say this: the St. Pauli girl is leaving me very tingly on the insides.
Nice.
Becks is just prickly on the insides.
Yeah.
I can feel it inside of me, prickly. Which is why I said it was prickly on the inside.
Oh, this is supposed to be a family show.
It is.
Okay.
Technically, there's no radio edits needed. I mean,
Yeah. Because it's internet radio. So.
But then
but you're getting yellow and red carded on intent.
But
That is true.
it's kind of like at the beginning of like Deadpool 2, and he's like, "This is a family movie. It's a love story."
Lots of love stories start out with a brutal murder.
That guy's on fire. That's not CGI, folks. He was literally on fire.
Oh, did you
So,
see
but anyway,
did you see speaking of Deadpool?
Yeah, saw it. I seen it.
You synced it. You see Weasel's not going to be back though, right?
See who?
The T.J. Miller, the actor
Oh,
played
yeah, he's not
Weasel.
gonna be back
he's
in it?
out.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, he's out. He says Ryan Reynolds hates him.
I don't think that's true.
He probably wouldn't share his gin with him or something.
Probably.
Like, this is my gin.
But anyway, so that was our tournament of fermentation. I can't wait till next week whenever we're back to our regular Clucktoberfest.
Yup.
And we have made the Oktoberfest purchases. We have some local
It's going to be good.
beers
Good.
to
It's
try.
good. It's going to be good, y'all.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can bring das Boot.
Yeah. We're going to outdrink the Irish.
There's a distinct possibility.
That is true. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in to episode 66 of Whiskey and Whine with the Rooster and the Madman and the Morals. And we will be back next week for 67 for our third week of Clucktoberfest. So remember, in a world full of chickens, be a rooster. You're listening
to Whiskey and Wine.
Thanks for tuning in to Whiskey and Wine with the Rooster and the Madman, where you can catch brand new episodes every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Deep Dallas Radio on Locked and Loaded with DJ Shane Guns.
Special thanks to our sponsor, GiftedChicken.com, home to all your beard, bath, and body care needs. Veteran owner-operator right here in North Texas. Remember to pick up a bottle of Overlord's Dungeon Oil. It's 100% all natural coconut oil.
leaves you prickly on the insides.